Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation. For our internship, we focused on structural design engineering and drafting. So a little bit about ourselves. My name is Rachel Wang. I'm going to be a rising senior at Orange Lutheran High School. My favorite Boeing event would have to be going to the park bonding every week and making new friends.
And my name is Kaylee Garcia. I am going to be a senior at Ocean View High School, and I intend to major in mechanical engineering. My favorite Boeing event was making candles with my amazing IPT for our community service project.
Throughout the internship, we focused on understanding how parts are created based on sketches using CAD programs. Specifically, we learned how to design and assemble basic parts using Onshape CAD software.
Internship highlights. So, not only did we learn how to design using CAD programs such as Onshape, here you can see in the video here, that's an example of one of the projects that we did. But we also learned some very valuable communication and collaboration skills needed in our everyday lives that will benefit us in the future. A one word description that Rachel and I chose to describe our internship was challenging. So, not only were the projects that we were assigned stimulating and complex, but our mentor made sure to give us a deadline, and we made sure to learn the importance of meeting deadlines and providing top notch quality work as well.
Our first task was to draw 2D orthographic and 3D sketches. We were given different views of an object and turned it into an isometric projection. We later moved on to the opposite and turned isometric views into the front, top, and side views of the object. We were able to learn how to hand sketch using special grids, pictured below, and picture the different views looking at 3D figures. It also prepared us for digital drawings and CAD using Onshape. Our second task was to research about T45 automatic backup oxygen cylinder shipping requirements for Kurt Matthews. We researched about shipping regulations of pressurized cylinders in the US and Europe by air and ground transportation. Some specific requirements that we looked for were how they were positioned, how much gas can be filled, the packaging, and actions done before the cylinder was shipped. We put all the information gathered into a report and submitted it to Kurt Matthews.
Our third and final task was learning to use Onshape. Onshape is a computer aided design software system and it's used to CAD. And Rachel and I were assigned to learn how to CAD on Onshape. And we had to watch introduction videos and take courses. And then we were assigned a project and had to assemble parts and eventually create one larger piece of CAD. You will see one of the individual parts in the images to follow. So our project name was Vice Assembly 1, and it included 10 different pieces of CAD, so individual small pieces, and then we ended up mating it together on Onshape as well to create the larger piece of CAD. After that, we created drawings, including the dimensions of the final piece of CAD and the individual parts as well, and you will see that in the images to follow. So here we have two images of our CADing that we did. So the image on the left is an individual piece that makes up the final piece of CAD that we did. So we had to design the individual ones and then later made it together on Onshape as well to create the right image, which is the final piece of CAD there that we made. Here we have our two drawings that we made. So the one on the left is the final piece of CAD, and as you can see, it includes the top, side, and isometric views. And the one on the right here shows the individual pieces as well as their dimensions, so their lengths, widths, and depths, as well as the size of the holes. That concludes our presentation of our Boeing internship. I would now like to open it up to questions.